Okay, we'll be talking about partial contacts in electrical connectors. Mainly cause of partial contacts in electrical connectors is what we are going to discuss today. So meanwhile, we are going to use connectors normally used at telecommunication, like this one. This is for RRU. Those in telecommunication will understand more better in this connection. Furthermore, further videos we are going to also showing it with other connectors we use in the house, electrical connectors. The main cause of partial contacts is getting your breakers burned at the connector, at the point where the wire is connected, is what I'm going to show you today. The cause of all these burning wires at the point of connection, so that you understand. Most times it's not what we think the problem is the problem. So pay attention on this video, listen carefully, and you will learn more. Also share and follow for more videos. So firstly, we are going to discuss using this connector. As I earlier stated, this connector is an RRU connector. This is what they use to connect the cable to the DCDU or on the RRU. So if you look closely on this connector, there are descriptions: negative, positive, 17 mm stripped length. Pay attention on this: 17 mm stripped length. They are already telling you how you are going to strip the cable. So the length of the pair conductor that will go inside this connector. If you strip too much, there is a problem. It can cause partial contacts. It can cause the connector to burn. If you strip too short, still the same problem you are going to face. So most people stripped longer. Most people don't even strip up to an mm. But here they're telling you 17 mm is the description of the producer of this connector, and which I will show you how to achieve that. So on this particular connector is written 17 mm. Not all connectors that you see that, but I will also show you how to measure and know. On this one is also 17 mm. On this connector is also 8. This one is 8 mm. You can see that. On this particular one is 18 mm stripped length. That's the pair conductor that will go. When I say stripped length, that is something like this, from here to here. Is what they mean. They are giving you the measurements. So we will find out the length of this and the length of that. I already prepared this cable for to explain more on this. So if you come to breakers, some you will get those descriptions, some you will not get. Unlike this one now, there is no description on the length, stripped length. So, but you can achieve that because the aim, for example, using this to describe that is have a very more view. The aim is to make sure the stripped length does not come out after connection, like this one. You don't see the stripped length, the stripped pair conductor outside after connection. You make sure the stripped length only must be, the insulator must not touch this contact. It must not touch this contact. If it goes in, it stays inside there without the insulator, like this one. it goes, the insulator will not be like this. It must be like this. So that the contactor, the contacts, the metal part of it will be able to tie well on the pay conductor. When it's well tight, you will never have such burning. So that is number one. Another one is that using a less sizable cable to do for example, connecting a water heater, and you are using 1 mm, and you said you followed all the steps, and you make sure that the connector tied well, the contacts, the metal part is well tightened, and the pay conductor is only one inside there, and you still have a burning cable. When you use a undersized cable, it will happen. So you have to make sure your cable sizing is considered also. Then when connecting it, you make sure you tie only the pay conductor. Strip it very well. If there is a recommendation, if there is a written description on the connector, you make sure you follow it. So now, this cable, me looking at it, because I'm confident with it, I'll tell you how many mm this. Yes, I have already prepared this particular cable. So if you measure 17 mm is about 0.6 inches. Using this ruler, you can see from the strip length, from the pay conductor, starting from 0 here to here is 0. Okay, they are about 0.66. If you convert 17 mm to inches, you will be getting 0.666 something. So approximately 0.7. So from 0 here to here, 0.7 stripped length. So when you put it in on this, you will find out all the pay conductor will go in. Then when you push it in like this connector, the way it is being built, when you push it in, it will automatically lock. You got the sound? It will automatically lock. This is how it is being built. You don't need to use a screwdriver to tie it. So if you watch closely, you see the conductor, you see the clip holding the conductor inside. So this is a perfect connection. There is no way with this sizable cable on RRU of an RRU that it is we got bonds. So this one is okay. So going on doing like this connector, this cable was prepared, for example, this cable was stripped and notched to the length it's supposed to be. So when you have a cable like this, when you tie, the insulator will be on the metal conductor. To be metal part of this. When you tie it, before you know it, partial contact will rise. This connector will burn. If you watch very closely, you see that it is very small. When you tie this screw, you find that it will be resting on this insulator. There is no contact. There is no electrical contact. Just because this stripped wire, it will work. It will come on at the first place, because this stripped wire will be touching the body of this metal part, and it will giving you current. But as time goes on, once the load starts increasing, once there is load on it constantly, it will start heating up. This point will start heating up, and from heating up, it will got burnt. So this stripping doesn't work for this. It might work for other connectors that needs a short stripped length of this. This is it. So, and stripping too long is still not okay. For example, this cable. Showing it here. If you see, you watch very well. If you connect this cable here, you see is SX. Yes, the contactor, the metal contactor will get everything and will tight properly, but it's coming out, which can cause a short circuit. Maybe where you place this connector, the next one close to it also has something like this, a stripped wire like this, and it touches, boom, it can cause damage of equipment, so many hazards, so many issues. It can even burn the entire system. So that's why you don't have to strip like this. Another way people also strip is like this. Like the example I shared on the platform, on one of my platforms. You stripped long and you bend. Then you insert the cable, tie on the insulator. This will not give you a firm connection. Definitely, as time goes on, it starts heating up and start burning, connector will burn, blah, 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 to an extent that it will cut off. So that is it. So secondly, if you want to measure, like this breaker, there is no description on stripped length. You can use your screwdriver, a tiny, even your wire, deep in. Look at the contacts. Look for the contacts. See the length. You can use something to measure it like this. Like this is already prepared. You can see a mark I gave for this demonstration. Dip it in so that when you cut this length, exactly this length, the wire will not surface. The wire will not come out to give you a neat installation. Then tie very well. The insulator will not touch this metal inside here. So it will not burning connector, burning cable at this point will not happen. For example, let me show you a connector already made connector. Most of us are covenant of this kind of connector. If you watch very well, they said 17 mm strip length. So if you bring out this cable now, I have already loosed it out. You see how long the cable is. But when you insert the cable, you will not see a single part outside because they measured exactly 17 mm. Stripped length, see? And when you tie it firmly, it will remain there. So whenever you have a connection like this done, after your connection, you also have to checkmate. Run the screwdriver all through your connections to find out if there's any loose, anyone you did not tie it firmly. Tie it very well, and you will never have such issue burning connector in your electrical wiring, your electrical gadgets, and so on. Even plugs that you use to plug your TVs and so on. So follow for more videos. Thank you. Also, when I said stripping too long, is typically what I mean is this. See, this connection is not good enough at all. If any mistake, a metal device touches these two, there will be a problem. Boom. Can cause damage of equipment and so on, burning and so on. So rightly, what you're supposed to do on this is to reduce the conductor, measure correctly and reduce the conductor and tie properly. So I'll be doing that shortly. You can see what was done here. This is a bad connection. So first of all, I have to determine the length I will cut, I will strip. So to use the same method, check, find out. On this one I need to cut a very short cable. I need to cut a strip, a very short cable on this. So looking at it, I have taken my measurements. So it's just about 0.5. About 0.5. I'm taking about 0.5 inch. I'm going to strip about 0.5 inch on this. Okay, so I have stripped about 0.56 inches from this connection. So I will be doing the connection now. So watch closely and see the results. Neatly done, neatly done, neatly done. See, it's beautiful. And the connection is well, the screw is well tightened. You can see. This is fine now.